Israel continues with its relentless offensive on the people in the Gaza Strip. It says that it is going after the Hamas fighters, but the fact is the number of people who are getting killed as collateral damage has been condemned by everyone, from the likes of Pope Francis to the French President Emmanuel Macron. And now the focus of the offensive appears to be the Al-Shifa hospital in the Gaza City. This is the biggest medical facility in the Gaza Strip, and the humanitarian situation there has turned from bad to worse. Now, the Israeli military claims that it is in fact ready to evacuate babies from the hospital. Now, this is the hospital where the Palestinian officials have said that at least about 2 newborns have died and dozens more are at the risk of dying because the hospital has completely run out of fuel. And in some cases, the doctors say that they have had to switch off the incubators in which these premature babies have been kept. Now, these are images from a couple of days back. The latest information has not yet trickled out from the Gaza City of what the condition of the Al-Shifa hospital at this moment is. The Israeli troops have completely surrounded the Al-Shifa hospital. An estimated 60,000 Palestinian people have taken refuge there, and it is not clear as to what really is going on at the Al-Shifa hospital at this moment. The hospital staff have been requesting for assistance to transfer the babies to a safer hospital.
The east side of the hospital is open on Gaza Street for the safe pass of Gazans who wish to leave the hospital. We're speaking directly and regularly with the hospital staff. The staff of the Shifa hospital has requested that tomorrow we will help the babies in the pediatric department to get to a safer hospital. We will provide the assistance needed.
The Israeli military has also released videos showing the continued ground operations inside the Gaza Strip, where the Israeli military tanks were seen firing at targets that they claim were Hamas infrastructure. But this is what the Gaza City looks like at this moment. Every building, literally every building has been destroyed, and in some cases, buildings have been demolished altogether, wiping out any trace that they ever existed. Now, the Israeli military also claims that it has found some weapons in the kindergarten, and they also claim that they have destroyed dozens of tunnel openings. Now, the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has said that Israel will take complete control of the security of the Gaza Strip for an indefinite period, and this is going to be crucial. He's added that Israel wants to be able to re-enter the Strip whenever it wants to. Amidst continued offensive by Israel, Hamas has said that it has destroyed an estimated 160 Israeli military targets in the Gaza Strip, including more than 25 vehicles in just the last 48 hours. Now, Hamas's armed wing, the Al-Qassam Brigade, has released some videos of its own showing its military wing targeting Israeli army vehicles inside the Gaza Strip. However, an Israeli military spokesperson has said that Hamas has absolutely no control of the northern part of Gaza Strip. But these are images that have been put out by the Al-Qassam brigades, where they have shot several Israeli tanks virtually from very close range using these very crude and rudimentary anti-tank weapons. Meanwhile, Hezbollah's chief Hassan Nasrallah has said that the group is using new weapons in its attacks against Israel. On the other hand, the Israeli fighter jets, which are some of the most top-notch fighter jets in the world, have carried out bombings inside Syria as well. The military has said that this is in response to some kind of a cross-border fire that was directed at the Golan Heights, where 2 projectiles were fired from Syria and it landed in uninhabited parts. The Golan Heights, remember, is again occupied territory by the Israelis. On the other hand, several people have reportedly been killed and many others have been injured in Israeli bombings in the city of Rafah in the southern part of the Gaza Strip along Egypt's border. Now, the Rafah crossing authorities have said that the border will reopen again for foreign passport holders after it had been shut last Friday. Egyptian sources have said that the border will begin operating from 9 a.m. local time, and people who have dual passports can go on and apply to see if they can safely evacuate. India, and this is crucial and it is important for a two-state solution. India was amongst the 145 nations that has voted in favor of the United Nations resolution that has condemned the illegal Israeli settlements in occupied Palestinian territories. The United Nations draft resolution titled Israeli settlements in occupied Palestinian territory included East Jerusalem and also the occupied Syrian Golan Heights, and this has been passed by an overwhelming majority. And only Israel and the United States and a few other smaller nations went against this United Nations resolution on Israel's illegal settlements on Palestinian lands. According to some media within Israel, there is some progress that has been made towards a deal to try and free the hostages who are presently in the custody of Hamas. And according to reports, Israel will release women and minor Palestinian prisoners from its jails. And remember, there are quite a few minors and also women, Palestinian women and children inside of Palestinian jails. And a deal to secure the release of Israeli hostages in Hamas's custody would require the Israelis to release the Palestinian women and children who at this moment are inside Israeli prisons.